Have a speech written on a Google Doc.
Beautiful.
Well, to be honest, I'm still having trouble figuring out how exactly I got here. Seems like only a few days ago, when I was in the 9th grade taking the entrance exam to go to Faith Academy. That day, I was able to meet Mr. Martin, and even got a short tour of the band room. When I walked in here for the first time, everything just seemed massive, and like almost larger than life. Here I was, 14 years old, fresh out of middle school, thinking I would never belong here, or that would never amount to anything special at all. And I didn't even know how to read music at the time. Mr. Martin actually wrote me a cheat sheet on a little sticky note that I had to use to write in all my notes for the halftime show. However, pretty soon after my first ever band camp, I realized I was actually having a whole lot more fun than I thought I would. To be honest, when I was in middle school, I pretty much hated band. I didn't have many friends in that class, and my band director, Mr. Mayfield, could be very frustrating at times. And overall, I just didn't really have any passion for it. But when I came here, something sort of changed in me. I realized that I had a family which is definitely a lot more understanding and accepting than the one that I have at home. To be honest, it was this family that saved my life. As hard as life could be sometimes, I always have a home here with people that love me. It doesn't matter what I'm going through, because for at least a few hours every day, I have a chance to escape from all the darkness in my life, and I'll be forever grateful for that. I owe my life to each and every one of you, because if it wasn't for this family, I would not be here today talking to all of you. I'm glad that I got to be a part of such a brilliant show before leaving. Before the year started, I was really anxious, worrying that I had to set everything up perfectly for this band to be successful after I left. But after the last competition, when I played my last note, looked up from my marimba, I knew that everything was going to be all right. All of you have so much potential and talent, and I know Mr. Young and the rest of the staff say it a lot, but it's true that there aren't many bands like us, at least not in our area. It isn't very often that you'll find a high school marching band with this much drive and dedication to be better. So, to everyone in the Faith Academy band, you're going to do great things in the future. And to the front ensemble specifically, I am so proud of each and every one of you. You've all come so far from where you were during band camp. August, last I heard, where are you? August? Okay. Last I heard, you were wanting to join the battery, and while I may be slightly offended by that, I say you go for it. Practice your butt off, do the best you can, and you can achieve anything you want. Leilani, Ed, keep doing what you're doing. You always get a little bit better each day. Keep progressing, keep improving, and you're going to be great, I promise. Sasha, I know that you kind of just got thrown in here at the last minute, but I couldn't be happier with the progress that you've made, and I'm honestly so glad that you got to play with us this year. Abby, to be honest, you get on my nerves a lot. But I have to admit, you did pretty good this year.
Wow.
I know you aren't planning on pursuing a career in music, but that doesn't mean that you need to drop it entirely. Join your college's marching band, if they have one, do they?
Yeah, I'm already planning on it.
Okay.
How did you miss that whole conversation?
Join your marching band, keep practicing, keep getting better. Never drop music. Even if you're doing the doctor thing or whatever, buy a piano or something and practice it every day. It's fun.
Buy a piano.
Noah,
Thanks, Eli.
where are you? Noah, you're definitely my favorite, to be quite honest. I know we're not supposed to play favorites, but You're my favorite. I know it sounds stupid and cliche, but I see a lot of myself in you. And I really hope that you decide to stay in front ensemble because you have a lot of potential, and I'd hate to see it wasted on something like a snare drum. Come talk to me if you want like some private lessons or something, and I'll be more than happy to teach you everything I know, okay? Ethan, you're gonna be their leader next year. And be ready, because it's gonna be tough sometimes, all right? You are planning to be in front ensemble, correct? You're joking, right? Okay. It's gonna be tough sometimes, so try your best in all that you do, help them in any way you can, and prepare them before it's your time to go. Lastly, to all the seniors, this could be our last game, so leave it all on the field. Last time, best time.
Sorry, I was correct. Okay. When I first joined Guard, I never expected the competitions we would win or the friends I would make. It truly changed my life and introduced me to the sport I love. To the Guard, I love you with all my heart. Thank you for giving me the honor of being your co-captain. And to band, thank you for all the new friendships. And I thank you for opening up to me because I know a lot when you first see me. Nathan, I'm gonna miss you so much. I'm gonna miss our fist bumps and me talking up and me trying to find you a girl at competitions. Riley, do you still have that hand?
Oh yeah.
Ever, I need to know that perfume you use. Amazing every day. Ethan, slay bestie.
You go, girl.
Biscuit, do you remember our play at the leadership with that theater kid?
Yep.
I'll never forget that. Issa, you're my best friend. And I'm really surprised you kept up with me. You really helped me a lot this year. Oh my gosh. Morley, where's that? Remember that new file when the geese warned against you?
Oh my gosh. It's just stepping on the back of your shoe. You haven't tripped.
Ariel, don't forget to smile. Amelia, you're the best person in my life. I've never met someone so full of positive energy in my life. You're always there for me. I love you so much. Miss Daniels, thank you for helping me in the lowest points of my life. I wouldn't be here. You helped me a lot. And you were my family, not by blood, but by choice. I love you so much, Miss Daniels. And to the staff, thank you so much for all your hard work and the dedication that y'all put into this program. Y'all don't understand the amount of work they put into this every day. And it's just unbelievable how much they love us and they go over the top. They'll stay here later than most teachers here, trying to make sure we have the best thing the next day. Unbelievable. And I hope future shows go well for y'all. Y'all have the ability to pull it off, and hopefully we can beat Daphne. We got it in us. We can do it. Come on. We're not laughing. We got it. We can do it. I believe in y'all. And I know I have to leave and go on and embark on my next journey. And I love y'all so much, and I'm gonna miss y'all. Y'all are really the best people ever. I've never met a nice bunch of kids at all. They're just so amazing for me and my family. And I'm gonna miss you. And remember, what does it take to make a great band?
FA Band.
So, I do have a speech. I only wrote like 10 words of it because I made my dad write it. But I'm not really going to go off of that. So, most of you know, well, the older kids know, I have a sister. She was also in band. And every single time that I mention my band, she always shows me pictures of this band when she was in it. So, she'll show me pictures of people I know now who she's still friends with. Whether they were creating World War II with sticks in the back of the band room, or past exes who she now tells me are psychotic. So, yeah, cherish these people. For some reason, they follow you for the rest of your life. But some of you are like, she's her first year here, but it's not. Last year, I took a year off. I went to homeschool because of personal reasons, which is what I tell everyone. Just to touch on that, I was being bullied so bad that I had to skip a grade. So I skipped a grade, and then all I could think about was you guys. Every single day, I would be one of those kids I pulled a Gabriel back at Faith Academy. And if any of you don't know, ask Gabriel about Thomasville. A lot of you guys, the seniors back here, I've known for too long. Whether it be teaching a kid who's borderline ADHD how to play violin, or teaching a kid who's never touched mallet instruments in his life how to hold a stick, or being intimidated by a flute player, or seeing a Levi Ackerman drawing on a binder saying, hey, that's cool. Or out there, the people who I'm leaving behind. The people who I was with for 5 years, like Isabella, who I did not know was related to Amelia for around a year. And Biscuit, who I still cannot believe is aging, because I swear she was like not this old when we, last month, but you know. Or Ethan, who I still can't remember when we met, but I do know what happened. You know. And Naima, who has been girl bossing with me in the back of the percussion section for far too long. It's stinky back there. And Riley, who stands next to me during band now, who we definitely don't check out who is the hottest football player on the opposite team.
What's going on? Classic Riley. Classic.
And who I continuously tell to not grease his hair because he could pull some women, but he just doesn't when he greases his hair.
With his hair ungreased. Ungreased.
To my section. Leilani, I've always known you've existed because Seth has always existed. And I've seen your artwork on Mr. Picus's walls, and, you know, I've seen you grow up, literally. And as your favorite older sibling, as the better older sibling, I would just like to say I do appreciate you, and I do recognize you, even though you are the little sister. I know how it feels, and I do consider you a friend. To August, you are one of my least favorite members of Front Ensemble, but that's just because I do not know you that well. Continue on going. Do not join Battery. It's not worth it. They are bad. As a person who's been with them for too long, don't do it. Noah, I don't know why your Clash of Clans base is improving so fast, but if you get ahead of me, I will commit acts of violence. Where's the other one? Ethan, you know, you still hold the drumstick. And the mallet's wrong. But I look past that, because you're a good player, and I think you'll go far. You insulted me, which you do on a daily basis. But despite the fact that you also get on every single one of my nerves, I still still do have more fire on you than I have on anyone else in this room, besides Seth. So, I wouldn't go too far with them. Like anything that I can use against you. That's what I meant. Thank you, Seth. Anything. So, yeah. So I would be careful with that. But I do recognize how far you've come. Like when you didn't know the notes on the instrument or how to hold a stick. I do acknowledge the fact that you have more passion for music than I've ever seen out of any student. So now to get into my actual speech that my dad wrote. So I just wanted to take the time to thank all of my band family for the wonderful memories. I already talked on that. I cannot think of a single memory at Faith, in my years at Faith, without all of you in it. Laughing, crying, sweating profusely, used deodorant, and winning. Please use deodorant. I don't think I can stress this enough. I'm not going to call anyone out, but there are people. Winning football games and competitions, whether it be our first one where we had no idea what we're doing with Martin, to our one now. And football games, which I still don't know how football works. So keep on chugging on. For those of you who know me best, y'all know I don't like people. But luckily my band isn't full of people. It's full of a bunch of freaks and weirdos. I don't want to repeat some of the things I've heard in this room. This person who's slipped through this school for like 5 years. Everyone here is kind of boring, and I swear they're all copy and paste of each other. Don't ask me the difference between J-Mo and Jared in our grade. I couldn't tell you. But I can tell the difference between all of you guys, because y'all aren't boring. And thank you to Mr. Young and Miss Rebecca. Mr. Young, I haven't known you for very long, but I do appreciate your brutal honesty without being verbally abusive, which is sad that has happened with the band director multiple times. And to Miss Rebecca, which I know you're not supposed to call you that, but we'll go with it. Thank you for being there for me. I mean, I was there for you in your first day, and you've definitely had positive energy in my life. Fernando, thank you for being easy to bully and tease. It's kind of weird that you're the same age as my sister, but you know, just go with it. Just so you know, I love all of you, sometimes. And if I could leave you with one little piece of advice, it's to go to all the dances and the games and all the other activities, even if they're annoying, and the concerts. Anyways, I just want y'all to know that I love you, and you guys are great, but I'm better than you. I just want to leave you off with that.
Okay. Go, Abby.